welcome back to They Call Me Suki. I'm Suki. If you're new, thank you for joining me today. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you. So today what I wanted to talk about, just to give a life update to my life update. But seriously, to give a life update on the last time I talked about what was going on with my job, the potential of getting laid off, and also to give an update on how my budgeting process is going. I just want to share that with you and also see how your budgeting process is going if you decided to do it. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching me. I would appreciate it if you can like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm getting some traction and people are watching but not subscribing. So it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe and also like this video and share a comment. It doesn't have to be anything else, but it could be a heart. Just leave me like a little red heart to let me know that you like watching the channel, or just to say, hey, Suki, how you doing? I'm watching you. It means the world to me because the algorithms do pick up on the action between the communication between the viewers and the actual comment section, and at least I'm told, and also liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all those things do help my channel, and I am trying to grow it. At first I was just gonna not do it anymore and just back out of this, but it's actually kind of fun, to be honest. You know, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do on the channel. There's so many things that I can do and so many things that I need to do. And then I don't know if it's just the channel that I'm going to be sharing my life or my work experience, my expertise. As you all know that have been watching me, I am a CPA, a certified public accountant. I'm also a life and health insurance agent. And I don't know if I shared with you guys, I'm also a notary, and I'm trying to become a live scan operator. I've already got my roller's license. I had applied for the live scan operator's license, which I actually did get. I just could not at that time afford the equipment. It's very expensive, so I'm working on it. But anyway, getting back to my job. So I have been really concerned about being laid off, and I expressed that to you all the last time. And it was because, you know, I work for a nonprofit, and my community partners or clients were on a 3-year grant. When I took the position, I wasn't told that they had a 3-year grant. We are fiscal sponsors, so my experience prior to this company as a fiscal sponsor, that particular company that I worked for in the past, we did all of the advertising and the marketing to collect donations, and we did all the accounting for smaller nonprofits that were under our umbrella. So these people didn't have their 501c3 status, and so they used the company that I worked for, their status. So that was my experience as a fiscal sponsor, you know, a third-party intermediary. And I didn't know that other fiscal sponsors worked based on like grants. I kind of should have known that because I work for nonprofits and most people get grants, but the fiscal sponsor that I work for, they didn't have any grants. All there was based on actual donations. They did great in online marketing and getting people to donate. So it was totally different from what I'm doing now. So the fact that I didn't know that this was only a 3-year grant, and when I started, we were going into year 2. So now we're in year 3, and it's going to end in June. And the client, we're the fiscal sponsors. The client has actually decided they're not going to try to get the grant renewal. My company wasn't sure if they were going to actually move forward in being the fiscal sponsor. So the client did not make it to the conference meeting, and it's a requirement to do the to apply for the grant. So that's part of the RFP. So since she didn't go to the meeting, she cannot apply. She doesn't qualify to apply for the grant. So for sure, I won't have that client. And then what happened to me yesterday, the other client that I have that's actually in Colorado was taken from me and given to someone else. And so my boss said, oh, well, typically when someone gets another grant, which this particular client got another grant, then we just want one person to work on it. Well, they decided to give that grant to another person. My question is, if I was already working on it, why didn't you just give me the new grant? So they decided to give it back to the person that they took it from when they gave it to me. And now they're taking it from me and giving it back to her, both grants. So that will leave me with nothing come June. So it makes me very uncomfortable. I am not very trusting of the company and what they're telling me, because all signs point to the fact that they're going to let me go. Even though they came back to me and my boss called me and said, I know I'm taking work from you, but when your client doesn't have work, we want you to work with our internal team and do some admin work, which I don't know what that means. I mean, I said yes because I need a job, but am I thrilled about it? Absolutely not, because that's not what I hired on for. I hired on for a particular reason and for something that I really wanted to do and something that I like. So, she's saying that they will probably have me move over and then also work on the particular client that I have until it's over, but that other nonprofits are interested in applying for that grant are reaching out to them to be their fiscal sponsor. And they may take that, but that's no guarantee. And I'm assuming if they do, they would give it to me because I have the most experience with that grant. But again, there's no guarantee. So I was a little excited that they may want to move me over, but then I realized one thing too, that they're changing the structure of the company. The culture is changing because they want to change it. And then in my department, my original boss stepped down while I was out sick on sick leave. And that's how I got the person from hell that I trained to do my job being basically my boss, who happened to go out on maternity leave. So I'm not comfortable. So what they did for my original boss, they separated her job into 3. They're going to have 2 supervisors and another director. So they're actually interviewing for supervisors next week. I didn't apply because I didn't feel like they would hire me because I haven't been with the company that long. Not even 2 years yet. It'll be 2 years in April 16th. So I didn't apply. But I know there's 2 people that started after me that applied. One in particular is the person that I trained that became a nightmare to me. She's out on maternity leave, but they actually reached out to her and she's applying. And how I know this, I went into the HR person's calendar and I saw the names. So I know everybody that's applying. There's 2 in Colorado, 2 in LA. So the other one is the one that they took the work from and gave to, that runs her mouth all the time, I discovered. So I don't trust her either. So I am not. And then they decided in one of our meetings, we had an all-team meeting about 2 weeks ago, and they're changing. They're changing the dynamic of the company, which they consider making us more accountable. So they're going to become more micromanaging. I don't like to be micromanaged. I don't mind being accountable, but micromanaging, no. That's where they are heading. And that's not a culture that I like. I am an accounting professional. I have been for over 30 years. And I know to do my job. And I'm an adult. If I say I'm going to do something, you're paying me to do it, I'm going to do it. And not to mention, I worked in my own business for 10 years. So I had clients, a lot of them. So if I didn't get the work done, I wouldn't get paid. And I wouldn't have that client very long. So needless to say, I know to do my work. I don't need anybody to micromanage me. All I need you to do is give me the work, Tell me what you want me to do. If there's something I don't know how to do, explain to me what you want, and I'll get it done as long as I know the deadline and what I'm doing. So I said all that to say the culture's changing. So I'm looking more than likely to start my own thing, either restart my accounting business, and I'm working on some classes and different things to kind of do that, or do some other things that I just don't want to share yet because I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I'm working on some things. So once that is solidified and I know that I'm going to do it and I know that it's going to work and it's a go, I will talk about it and share it with you guys. Yeah, but until then, I'm looking to probably start my own thing, but also look for another job. And like I said, I never stopped looking. So I have been looking. I've been looking since I started this job. I've been looking for over 20 years. When I had my own business, I still looked. That's why I got so many consulting clients along with my other clients, because I can never stop. That's why I got a lot of contracts, because I never stopped looking. So with that being said, I've had some recruiters reach out to me. I had a couple of interviews. I have another one lined up. So I got irons in the fire, as they say. Nothing set in stone. And the only hurdle that I have is the fact that I need to work 100% remote. And most of the jobs now are not trying to do remote that I have run into. Even though they advertise 100% remote, they're hybrid. And a lot of them are saying 3 days in the office, 2 days out. That's not remote to me. That's on site with maybe 2 days, here and there. Hybrid to me would be no more than 1 day a week in an office, or just visiting the client. Like this particular job, they had advertised 100% remote, and that's what they told me. And then they told me later, oh, well, do you mind going to the client? I'm like, yeah, I do. Because you advertise 100% remote, and that's why I applied. So I actually ended up going to this client once a week, but only for like 1 hour, for a 1 hour meeting. And thankfully, it's no more than 20 minutes from my house on a good day. We're talking about LA traffic. Yeah. So, that's the issue with me is having to go into an office. It wouldn't be a bad thing, but COVID is still out there, regardless of what they say. I still wear a mask because I have an autoimmune disease, along with a whole bunch of other crap that I deal with. But my husband, I have to take care of him. He's going to be back home by June. And I don't like leaving him home alone for long periods of time without me being here with caregivers. I mean, if you think about it, even though the caregivers, it's different. It's not their family member. It's a job to them. This is my husband. So I like to be here making sure he's okay, that he's being treated right, he's eating properly, no one's forgetting his medications, no one's leaving him wet, no one's leaving him in poop. He's able to watch TV. He's okay. That's what I need, when he's here. I've had a couple of caregivers reach out to me. One I really like, the other one I like too, but there's some things about her that I don't like. She's an older woman that's really good, but what I don't like is, and I've digressed, is that she'll eat in his room when I've asked them not to eat in the room. I don't want critters because they leave food all over the floor. She has dropped sticky stuff. She eats a lot of sweets that was on the floor, and she stepped in it and left it. There's food inside the chair. I have a nice, comfortable leather chair for them to sit in. Food in there, food everywhere. That's a big problem. And then the other problem is she farts all night. And my husband's like, is that the old lady that farts? He's like, I don't want her back. But she is good at her job, and it's hard to find people that are really good. Um, I don't know what her issues are with her gut, but it would be nice if she would get up and go to the bathroom and fart and not fart in his room because he's smelling that crap all night. And then they'll shut the door and turn on the heater. That's like having heated poop. Somebody farts in the room, you know? And, you know, he may be, you know, bed bound and have had a stroke and have a touch of dementia, but he's not crazy. He knows what fart smells like, and he don't want to be smelling nobody's ass. I wouldn't either. So, I don't know. But the other person, I like her. I trained her. She does have like a medical issue, and she left before because of that. But the thing that kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way with her, even though I like her, I don't care. I will take her back because I like her. But I had gotten her hired through the VA agency, and she worked for us 2 days a week, and then she quit on me and told me because it was because of her medical issue that she couldn't do it anymore because she had started calling off a lot more and not showing up to work. But what she didn't tell me is that she was going to still work for the agency that I introduced her to, but not with us. So she did that, and she's been working with them ever since. And I don't know what happened with them because she told me I'll work with any agency except that particular agency. So I'm like, what's up? What happened? So now she wants to come back to us, which I don't have a problem with because I like her. So I'm okay with that. But I'm concerned that if I put her with another agency, she may do the same thing to me. Quit and then go work with them with other clients and leave me high and dry. And I can't fill in for them anymore with my surgery. As you guys know, I had my cervical spine reconstructed, ACDF surgery. If you haven't watched my other videos, go watch. From level C3 to C7 and 2 bones removed. So I still have limitations. I can't lift more than 5 pounds. I still have limitations where I can't completely turn my neck all the way. I have pain in the back of my neck still. And I'm still wearing my cervical collar a lot less. You see, I don't have it on. So I can't fill in for them. So I need people that are going to be dedicated and consistent and show up to work. I don't need to deal with the BS anymore. That's the bottom line. I'm not going to deal with it. I don't need people stealing from me. I don't need people wanting to fight me, talking shit to me. Excuse my language. That just happened to come out. Sorry. I don't need anybody talking garbage to me and telling me what they're not going to do. I just don't want to deal with that anymore. So I'm not with the BS anymore. So anyhow, I digressed a lot. So yeah, so getting back to my job, I may not have one in June or until August or whenever they say, because they're thinking that the grant may extend for the summer because there's a summer program that they have through this grant. And since the new people will be coming on that will have the next 3 years, they won't be onboarded with the city yet. So they're thinking that they would allow this company to extend through the summer, but that's only if the company wants to extend through the summer. They technically don't have to because the grant ends in June, and they have like a whole bunch of other grants. So I 100% don't think that they're going to, because they didn't even want to move forward with the grant again. So I can even understand why they would extend it, you know. And it is a big hassle, you know, basically dealing with our company, you know, having to review their work. So that's my update. That's kind of the same, even though I was offered potentially to continue with this client. A client was taken from me, which leaves me with the one that's leaving. and then possibly helping internally with the internal accounting team doing some administrative work, whatever that is, whatever that means. So it could be just keying some stuff in. I mean, I really at this point don't care. In this stage of my career, I'm not trying to go up a corporate ladder anymore. I've done all I need to do. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. All I need is to make some money. So, like I said, I have an interview coming. It's potentially part-time, but part-time, I would make almost the same that I'm making now, $100 less, working 20 hours a week. If it's 30 hours a week part-time, I know I would get benefits and I'll be making $550 more than what I'm making now. And if this is actually full-time, I will make almost double what I'm making now. So, needless to say, I would probably take it, even if it is hybrid. But it depends. I'm not really wanting hybrid. I want 100% remote. That's what they advertise was remote. But then it's like when you go and read the fine print, it says, oh, we can't guarantee you 100% remote. We can't guarantee you 100% on site. And they guarantee hybrid. So, God willing, God on my side, it would be 99% remote, and I only would have to go in occasionally to meet the client and go to meetings and maybe go to board meetings or something like that, or prep them for board meetings and audits. That's all I really want to do. I really don't want to go in at all. So that's why I'm working on my own thing, and I'll keep you guys updated on what that is. If it's going to be my accounting business again, which more than likely that may be it, but I kind of don't want to do that. I'm a little burnt out on the accounting. I kind of just want to do something where I don't have to deal with people. Yeah, at least not on a long-term level, more or less like get what you need from me and you're done. Kind of like how taxes are, You do someone's taxes, they're done, and then they come back the next year. That's the kind of time I'm on. I don't want to have to be consistently talking to you every day. You call me on this and that, call me after hours. I don't want to do that. So, not sure where I'm going on with that. So, I guess the other update, I don't even remember what that was. I don't even remember. Gosh, I said I was going to update you on my job. Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I forgot. And we're 23 minutes in. I don't remember. I apologize. So I don't remember what I said at the beginning. I don't want to stop this. I probably should take notes. That's what I think I'm going to start doing. Oh, I know what it was. My budget. Sorry, I did forget. I totally forgot. I was thinking, would I save my neck? So anyway, the budget. How the budget process is going. I'm going to pull up my budget on this other screen, which you cannot see. So what I have done on my budget, I am looking at it. I haven't been super consistent or diligent with it because things have come up that's on the budget, but the timing is off. And then also I did order DoorDash for me this pay period 3 times. So that's in a 2-week period already. And I ordered for my husband probably twice. But once for out of his money and once out of my money. Because I have bought stuff for him. I took to his room out there in the valley. I took him some stuff he wanted, some snacks. And then I need to cut down on groceries. I should be buying groceries once a week. But I forget stuff, so then I'm buying more throughout the week, and then you actually end up adding stuff. So the budget is not perfect, but what I did do, remember I told you the budget, you can save money. So if you're not spending as much, which I have done less with not DoorDash, I've been using Grubhub. Been doing less. So that's savings there. So I did make a list of the bills that I have that I want to pay off. So I have a care credit. I had some dental work done last year, and if you pay it off within a year, then there's no interest. Otherwise, the interest, all of that is accrued, comes on. So I need to pay that off. Then I had to buy a new couch because my couch broke just before my surgery. So I had to buy a couch because it completely just like demolished once I was home. So I had to get another couch on credit. And that's also, I'm almost done with that. I should be paid with that off before the end of the year, before the 1 year mark. And then I have 2 credit cards. One is low, one is not so low. And I mean, it's not like super high. It's like 5,000 on one, 2,000 on another. And then I have Amazon that got out of control when I first got caregivers. Yeah, I had some that were just like wasting the products that I bought. I had to buy the supplies myself. Now, since his connection has gone up with the VA, I probably won't have to pay for that stuff anymore. But we were still paying for it through the VA. But that was good because I can no longer order from Amazon unless I pay cash for it, which I have been doing. But I owe Amazon some money. It's probably like a little over $2,000. I've gotten up to $5,000. So I've been on a payment plan with Amazon for a year. No, I think 2 or 3 years. So I pay with them $105. That comes out automatically. So I'm almost done paying Amazon, which will be paid off next year. So I'm not going to even worry about Amazon. That's low on my list because it's automatically coming out and I've been paying on it. So I have my list of things I want to pay off. So I'm going to pay off care credit first. Then I'm going to pay off the furniture. And then after that, I'll pay off the one credit card that's small. And then after that, the one that's larger. So, and it's really not that bad, actually. I think combined is $5,000 because one is $2,000. The other one is like $3,000. Because, yeah, I've been paying them down. Yeah, so the goal is to get out of debt because I do want to move. Preferably move into our own home. Right now, we live in my childhood home, which works for us for now, but I really want to move. The neighborhood has changed. I'm in the hood, so I want to get out of the hood. So, but anyway, that's how the budget is going. So, we're rolling into April, so I'm going to update the budget based on how it was, because I went through the bank already, so I know what's happening, but I will do an overview of what I did again in the bank to see where I can still cut some things out. The biggest thing was eating out for both me and my husband. So I'm able to stand up a little bit longer now. I still do have the back pain. My walking is better, but I can stand up longer so I can actually cook. So I should be able to cook more. And I'll probably get another type of injection too that should probably help my back even more. So yeah, that's how the budget is going. It's working. So April is going to be better because that's going to be the first full month. March was just the second half of the month that I started the budget. So we'll have a full month in April and see how that goes and how I'm able to start paying down those bills that I need to pay off. So that's where I'm at. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit of here, a little bit there. But I think what I'm going to try to do from now on is really kind of not really scripted, but kind of take notes on what I want to talk about. And then I'm actually trying to figure out the direction I want this channel to go in the niche of what I want to do. And I don't know if I want it to be just vlogging my lifestyle because I don't want to be walking around with a camera in the stores and in the streets. That's just not me. The closest you're going to get to vlogging from me is sitting here in this chair doing a video, or maybe in my car going somewhere and then coming back, because I'm just not for taking the camera in and out of place. I'm not comfortable, at least not yet. Or I may create another channel. I'm not sure. I'm looking at some other things that I may want to do because, to be honest, I'm not 100% comfortable in front of the camera. I'm not big on always, I do makeup on myself here and there when I leave the house. I'm in the house. So, and I got on a t-shirt, it's not ironed, it's just that. So when I leave the house, definitely look better. I'm trying something new with my hair. I got twists because my hair after the surgery, I had braids. I was able to get them out one time. So my hair was braided in cornrows for 6 months. The caregiver that I had got fired, so I didn't have anybody to help me anymore. And I was trying my darndest. It was just a struggle to shower. I couldn't wash my hair because I couldn't lift my arms up. So I went 6 months, and this is disgusting, but I had no choice. 6 months without getting those braids out and not washing my hair. So 5 weeks ago, I took the braids down myself because I couldn't get anybody to do my hair. The lady that was normally doing my hair had said it was her birthday weekend and she didn't know when she was going to be back. So I was like, what? You don't know you're going to be back? So I'm like, I don't think she really wants to do my hair. So I called her anyway. It was just like hoping she would take me, and she did. So I had already taken it out and detangled it, but when I detangled it, so much hair came out. But it was still quite thick. My hair is normally thick, but it is very thin. You can see it's very thin. And she had cut like over half my hair. That one time the caregiver took the braids down and washed my hair, and I went to her and she braided it. But then because the cervical collar set so high up in my hair, I lost hair in the back of my head. It's very thin. But when I went to her to do my hair, she did not comb through my hair before she washed it. She just washed it and my hair just matted. So when she was brushing and combing through, she was just yanking it. And so much hair came out. Then she cut even more of my hair. So I barely have any hair. The length is almost there, but not. But it's super thin. And my sister was saying it's probably from the anesthesia, but I don't know. I think it's from my hair being yanked out. So I decided to get my hair in twists. But because of the new thing that's on TV about the hair, the fake hair is not good for you, that it's causing cancer and all of that, I'm like, I don't want nothing added. So this is just my hair. I just got my hair in twists. So that's why I'm saying I'm not super comfortable on camera because I'm not looking my best. I will hope to do that one day. I haven't been able to go out to get my eyebrows arched and all of that stuff. I put on a lot of weight, even more than what I had, and I didn't need to gain any. So I'm trying to get myself together. It's just been a struggle and a nightmare. So pray for me. So that may be something that I put on here, trying to get my life together. I am trying to get my life right. In so many ways, health, job, just making money, really want to work for myself. The stress of having to work for somebody. I'm just tired of having to ask if I can do this, ask if I can do that. And I need another surgery. But I'm concerned about taking it on this job when they're trying to let me go. I'm concerned if I get another job, how can I do it? And I've only been there a little bit of time to do a surgery that I would need 6 weeks off. So I'm trying to figure out a way to work for myself and make some money. So anyway, that's all I have for you now, for now. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate you taking time to listen to me ramble, rant, and all the above. I appreciate it. Again, I would ask if you could subscribe to the channel if you're watching me, like the video, leave a little heart in the bottom to just show some type of activity. I appreciate that. So thank you again for watching. I will catch you in the next video. I'm trying to do it once a week on Fridays, but I'm not sure. I will work it out. So again, thank you, and have a good rest of your day. I appreciate your time. Thanks again for watching.